Good morning, friends. My name is Zoro. I'm the young married life pastor at the Bayside Adventure Campus, and so happy to be with you this morning. I want to talk to you about a subject that's always dear to my heart called humility. Today we live in a world full of pride and arrogance, and as Christians, the most beautiful thing we could do is walk in humility, and the example that we've been given is Jesus himself. So here's the Son of God, the Son of the living God, who walked in total humility as our example, even to the point of death on the cross. But when I go around the world, and I've been traveling for 40 years, and I've seen all kinds of different things. I've met some of the most famous, powerful people in the world in every sort of field of endeavor. And people always ask me, what's the most impressive thing you've seen, Zoro, in the world? And I'll tell you this, the most impressive thing I've ever seen is humility. When someone achieves a greatness or accomplishes an incredible feat, what naturally goes with that is pride and arrogance. So what impresses me the most is when someone has achieved something, yet they walk with humility. And I have been around a lot of different people, but I've always grown when I've been around people that achieved something that were humble, because the humble people made me feel that they were approachable and that I too might be able to do something great in my life. But prideful, arrogant people were always like a closed door. They always made you feel like you can't have what I have. And there's no room for any of us to be anything but humble, because basically every ability we have, all that we have, is because God gave it to us. So there's no room to be prideful or arrogant. If we're good at something, it's only because God pre-wired you to do it. Yes, we play a role in developing that skill and talent, but the talent and gift itself of whatever we have is all from God. It's all free. And so I think the only thing He judges you at the end of your life is who got blessed from that talent. And humility is the way of the Lord. Humility is like a street sign that says, safe crossing here. Pride is like a street sign that says, danger, rocks falling, do not enter. And I find too many people in the world these days are just walking around arrogant. And these are even people that haven't accomplished anything, and they're walking around arrogant and prideful. And in 1 Peter it says, that God gives grace to the humble, but He opposes the proud. That's one of the things He hates the most, is pride, the stench of pride. He does not like pride. So I think we ought to spend more time as we're going around in our life just thinking about, how can I walk in humility, and how can I bring others along with me on the journey? Because it's a beautiful thing. I want to read something that Coach John Wooden shared, one of the most famous coaches in the world from basketball, but he had quite an influence over all the athletes. He said, talent is God-given, be humble. Fame is man-given, be grateful. Conceit is self-given, be careful. I love that. And that's the thing. He was a humble guy, yet he was super duper accomplished. But because of that humility, he touched so many more lives. So I'm calling you, those that are watching, to check your heart every day and go, am I being humble as I walk around the world? Are people feeling, because if you're not humble, that's the worst witness in the world if you call yourself a Christian. Because arrogance and pride belongs to the devil, and humility belongs to Christ. So walk in humility, and I promise you, you'll touch many more lives. I'm Zoro. Take care, and God bless. Thanks for listening.